Very quick digression to play Forza Horizon 4. Apparently it's out in New Zealand already. I don't have any money for the game right now, so I'm gonna do Xbox Game Pass, the free trial. Why did I give you all of that information? Do you really need to know it? Probably not. You know what my problem is? I mean, I've got a lot of problems, but the ones I've been mainly thinking about, they're kind of related, is I don't like learning. I've told this story before, but I was teaching a kid's dance class one time, and I was like, let's try learning this new move. And this one kid gave up after 5 seconds, and I was like, dude, you gave up after 5 seconds. The secret of that story, though, is that that kid is also me. I love taking the skills I already know and the stuff I've already learned and perfecting that and using it, but actually the ground level, learning something brand new when it's difficult, I give up so easily. And that is also part of the reason why I'm a bad constructionist. As soon as I'm drilling and that screw breaks, I'm like, that's it, I'm done. Get out of here. I think I need to get outdoors a little bit more. Acclimate myself to all this pollen or something. Ooh, ugh. So, I read this book called Why We Sleep by this dude named Matthew Walker, talking about all of the benefits of sleep and all of the incredibly bad things that happen when you don't get enough sleep. So, for the entire month of September, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep track of how much I'm sleeping. There were 11 times where I got more than 9 hours of sleep. There were 9 times where I got more than 8 hours of sleep. 6 different times where I got more than 10 hours of sleep. 2 times where I got more than 7 hours of sleep. And there were 2 times where I got less than 7 hours. That was not the best way to explain that. On those 2 nights where I got 6.5 hours of sleep and 6 hours and 44 minutes of sleep, I sprained my ankle the next day. One time it was in class while teaching a class, that made sense. The other time, I forgot to mention it yesterday, but there was like a divot in the driveway, and as I was walking to my car, I stepped in it and I sprained my ankle again. But as I've mentioned before, how to actually get yourself to fall asleep and find the time for sleep, that's a whole nother can of beans. But this is a very interesting graph. 271 hours slept in the month of September. And longtime viewers of the vlog will know that I have been trying to get my sleep under control since the start of this vlog. Like, I made the New Year's resolution that I would go to bed by 11 p.m. for like 3 years in a row, and I wasn't able to do it. And it's funny how just having this book that tells you all of the benefits of sleep and how bad it is when you don't sleep has made it so that I don't feel bad at all about prioritizing sleep above everything else and making it not optional. I mean, like it or not, there's this stigma against sleep as seen as laziness, and how if you really want to succeed in life, you have to like sacrifice sleep and your health to make it like really big, especially if you're working on your own. And you know what? I don't think it's worth living that way. Besides, how much time do we waste on Netflix, the internet, and our phones that we could just be sleeping instead and making ourselves much more productive and happy? 8 to 10 hours a day sleeping is a lot, but if your other 14 hours are super productive and you feel really good, that, I guess, is a worthy trade-off. I mean, it's just, we gotta change our mindsets about it. And especially change the mindset about it being optional, because it's just not. I've tried to make it optional many times. I always regret it.
Turn left.
I've been thinking a little bit about the desert island video game question. What game would you take to a desert island? And I think I had the answer, and it's Forza Horizon 4. Previously it would have been 3, but 4 just came out. I can play that game in any mood, any time of day, any situation by myself, and completely love it and be totally relaxed and zenned out the entire time I'm playing. I just love just racing around at breakneck speeds, doing nothing and just feeling the car like race along the track. This is as close to a perfect desert island game as there has ever been made for me. So I've had this USB-C card that came with my motherboard for a while, and I never used it because I thought that you had to have a PCI slot that exactly matched this. But found out recently you can just put it into any slot that it fits in, even if the slot is bigger than what it actually is. Alrighty, works like a charm. I actually don't own any USB-C devices, but since I have that card, it came with my motherboard, I thought might as well hook it up. Maybe one day I'll actually use it. Okay, time to eat lunch. Guys, I really wish I hadn't sprained my ankle. Let me rephrase, I wish I hadn't re-sprained my ankle. Good God. My ankles. Oh, they're so weak. There was some stuff from the library I wanted to get, mainly Star Wars books, but my mom also wanted something, so. I got Lost Stars. They're all Star Wars books, but I got Lost Stars. This one is supposed to be a really good one. Ron, this is a new book based on a character that was from the old books, but it's a prequel, and I was like, well, maybe I need to know the original. This is a trilogy of books here, and I have a digital copy of the first one. I still haven't finished it yet, but I said if I finish it, then maybe I'll want to read the other two. I don't want to have to go back to the library, so I just got them all, so that I can decide later. This is probably the telephoto replacement. It even came with a desiccant. That is ironic. Wow, that's funny. They were like, here you go.
Just in case.
Just keep it nice and dry. Wow, this is in substantially better condition than the one we had before. Wow. This is like night and day. Holy cow.
You mean after you dumped it in the river?
No, even before we dunked it in any rivers. It's got a UV protector on it and everything. That's gonna do it for today's vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I have some reading to do. See you tomorrow. And how there's like a saying, and how, what am I trying to say? You know what my problem is? Besides these allergies? I would love to keep my stuff in condition this good, but it's just like after one trip, everything just looks like it was put in the...
It's not like conducive to keeping things in good order.
Using your photo equipment is not conducive. It's like that one parable or whatever, or there was some foreman who didn't interview people, just looked at their tools. And if their tools were all new and shiny, he didn't hire them. But if
yeah, that was back when carpenters were all by apprentice and you made your own tools. So if you had brand new tools, that meant you didn't have any experience at all.
Yeah.
So they would go and try to buy used stuff, even though they could easily make their own. But they buy used ones because it would make it look like they had experience.
Yeah, because if you look at our equipment and you want to base it off of like equipment condition, we would get hired 10 times out of 10.